Hi everybody! Today is, what day is today?
Wednesday. Well, it's Tuesday,
Okay.
but it will be Wednesday when they see
It's early
this.
Wednesday. It's early. Like 4 hours before Wednesday.
Something like that.
So as we were thinking of something fun to be able to do for this week, I started thinking of fun date nights. I don't know about you, but sometimes our date nights can get a little dull. And so I know we had talked about summertime. I told you guys about the little bucket that I did, and I had the kids put different ideas, and we pulled from the bucket to do different things during the summertime. Well, I saw something similar to that for a date night, and what they did was they put a whole bunch of different ideas inside on these popsicle sticks, and they put it inside of a mason jar, and then when it was date night, they would pull one out and do something that was in there. So we've got a few fun things that we can be able to put inside of your mason jar if you guys decide to do a mason jar.
Dating is such an important piece to your marriage, is making sure that you're doing things on a regular basis. Those of you who've been around married for life long enough know that we say this a lot, that make sure that you're going on date nights on a regular basis. We say at least once a week, but if you can't once a week, then maybe no less than twice a month. So maybe it's every other week. I know some of you have kids and it becomes a little bit more difficult. Find some babysitters. We know of one that's really good. I won't give you her name, because if I give you her name, then you'll take our babysitter. But one of the great ways that you can do, I remember when April and I were early on new parents and we were trying to figure this out. If you don't have family around, is you guys have a table. This is why it's so important, and I know that all of you have heard me say this. It's so important to build a good relationship with your co-table leaders, your table people at your table, because then you can begin to swap. So maybe this week it's, you know what, they watch your kids, and the following week you watch their kids, and it's free babysitting. So that's just a way to get creative, because yes, if you do get a babysitter, and I could share her name if you really want, our babysitter, just email me, shoot me a message, and I'll get it to you. She is fantastic, but it does cost money. So then you're talking a date that's going to cost you, things aren't cheap nowadays. You go to a movie, it's $13 a ticket. Then you add the popcorn. Then you maybe go to dinner. And like we say always, movies are okay, but I don't really consider that a date, because what do you do when you do a movie? Is nothing. You sit there and you watch a movie. You're not talking, unless maybe either you follow it with, the only time I would say it's probably okay, a nice dinner before or afterwards. Coffee before or afterwards. Maybe you can discuss the movie. Make sure there's some conversation that is happening with you and your wife. As always, you guys know the rules. No talking about kids. No talking about work. I know sometimes it's hard to try and figure out, okay, what do we talk about? Because our world does revolve around our kids, around our work. But you have to get creative on what you're going to talk about. What conversation do you begin to talk about with your spouse? Maybe one of the things that we like to do is maybe that's when we discuss what we're reading currently, whether it be in our quiet time or what has God said to us in the last week or two. That's a good time also to kind of start the conversation going. Maybe you go, here's an idea. Maybe one of those, for those of you who have not gone on a date in a while, and I know that there's a few of those, and a lot of times that's some of the issues that we run into when April and I are counseling a couple, is they haven't dated each other. They haven't gone on a date in a long time. And out to you, if that's you, I say shame on you, especially you men. If you haven't taken out your wife in a while, shame on you. You need to do it. You need to take them out on a date. You need to do it. And maybe get creative. Maybe one week you plan it, the husband plans it, the other week the wife plans it, and I mean plan the entire thing, getting the babysitters arranged and all that stuff. Do those kind of things. We like to do, I think we're probably pretty consistent, twice a month going on a date. We go out weekly, but the other 2 weeks, because we need some adult time too, is we double date a lot with different people from the group, different leaders, but we do that as well. So because adult time is very important as well.
Okay, so some creative ideas if you have no clue what to do for your date nights. So like I said, you guys can either have each other plan them out, or if you decide to do something like a list or you just want to be creative and pull it out. A great one is catch happy hour at a local like TGI Fridays. I know we've done that where we ordered literally everything on the menu and we paid half off because it was happy hour.
Yeah, we don't drink, but we'll take advantage of the appetizers, the food, half off. Great deals you can find out there, especially I think like El Torito does Taco Tuesday. TGI Fridays does some great deals on half off on all appetizers. So, hey, save some money. Why not?
Yep. Another is, we already talked about catching a matinee, which is a little bit cheaper. We talked about movies, but make sure you have some talking time in between there.
Hey, maybe something to do fun with the movie thing. And I know that in the past I've said no movies are allowed, but maybe play hooky. Maybe you take a personal day during the week and you just play hooky from work. Whatever it may be, maybe you leave early, line it up so the kids are not around, and maybe you go catch a movie for an early matinee.
We've done it to where we watched 2 movies. We had a really good time. We also know somebody that works in the movies, so it makes it a little bit easier. Go shopping. I know this sounds kind of corny because really who wants to go shopping during that time, but we've done different types of things. We've gone grocery shopping one time. Mm-hmm. Another time we just went to the mall and walked around and caught something to eat. Just walking around the mall with no children there is like a huge deal. I remember going there today to the store, and I looked at the cashier and I'm like, it's so quiet today. And he goes, it's pretty, it's been pretty consistent. And I go, but no, listen, it's so quiet. Why is it so quiet? And he's looking at me like I'm crazy, and I'm like, Shane, it's super quiet today. And he's like, I don't think so. And then all of a sudden I had an epiphany, there's no kids with me. So in my world, it was much quieter.
And I know, guys, when April said go shopping, you're thinking, are you serious? Look, I'm there with you. I'd rather take a piece of glass and scratch my eyeball with it. But sometimes we have to sacrifice for things that our wife likes to do, and vice versa, ladies. Sometimes that's so. If maybe you go shopping one week, maybe the next week, if your husband likes baseball, likes sports, maybe you join him at the ballpark so that you do something that he likes. Do things that the other person doesn't like. Don't throw a little baby fit and complain the whole time you're there. Enjoy it. Don't look at the action of the shopping, but the fact that you get to spend some time with your wife walking, having a cup of coffee or whatever. So sometimes you just have to sacrifice.
For those of you that have kids, some good ideas is having a date at home. So you put the kids to bed, and you either one of you guys goes out and gets coffee and brings it back in, or maybe you make coffee here and you go and get a dessert and bring it back. You could also do what other things can you do at home?
Order in food. Maybe you order in pizza. Maybe you go pick up Chinese food, whatever it may be. Set up a blanket like a picnic in your living room, and just the two of you while the kids are asleep. Save some money. I know it gets expensive to go on a date, but just some ideas on how you can save some money and still have a date.
We've gone in the backyard too, because we have a backyard table.
Obviously, go picnic outside at nighttime. Watch the stars. I don't know. We live in California, so I don't know how much stars you're going to see. But make the most of it and save some money while you're at it.
Something I've done with the kids, and I haven't done it with Edgar, but with the kids, is we have pulled up the iPad and we've put out blankets, and then we put pillows out, and we watched a movie with our iPad out underneath the stars. I think it's very romantic. So that's a really cheap idea for you guys.
Go for a drive. Go for a nice drive down PCH. If you have a sunroof, maybe have a convertible, I don't know. Even if you don't, just go for a nice drive. Good time to talk.
Try something new. Go somewhere you have no clue where you're going. We are the king and queen. Edgar hates driving without a destination. So sometimes I'll just tell him, like, let's go to Fullerton. And it drives him batty because he wants to know where in Fullerton to go. But be spontaneous and just try to find some new place by just walking around.
Hey, right now, during the summer, a lot of the city of Cypress, city of Buena Park, city of Garden Grove, they have these concerts at the park. Hey, cheap date. Free concerts at the park. Maybe you go pick up some fast food, sandwich, bring your picnic, whatever, and go to the park and watch a concert for free. So, hey, that doesn't cost you other than the meal if you're bringing one, but that's also a good one to do.
Another great idea is you can find so many things on Groupon, and so they don't all have to be done like right now. They have a date that at some point you can use. So, and then also one that he was always anti, but now he really likes it, is going to go get what are those massages called?
The full body massage.
Somethingology. I cannot think what it's called. It's not radiology. But they have them like all over.
Reflexology.
There you go, reflexology. Where you and like your closest 50 other friends are in one room and they're doing massages and you guys are fully clothed. Those are super cheap, and then plus we know some places where you can do the same thing, and it can be you can do a couple one, and those are a lot cheaper than if you were to go to like Glen Ivy to get a couple massage.
Hey, you know, and April's right. I hate massages. We did it one time. Love it. So sometimes, guys, we say we don't like something and we've done it, but you know what? Sometimes it's not even what you're doing, it's just being next to each other that counts, and sometimes we just got to do that. The other thing, I'll admit, I hate massages, but you know, she talked me into going. I went, love it. The other thing, you know, she talked me into it. She found this new tea place called Tranquility in Fullerton. I hate tea. Wonderful. I don't like tea, but again, to meet her needs, and she was happy with it. We went. Love that place. Cool place to go hang out, a little hipster area for you to go have tea if you like tea. And if not, there's a Starbucks down the street from there. So even going to Starbucks, you know, to have coffee is always good. So hey, those are just some ideas for you guys to do. Make sure you guys are going on your dates on a regular basis. They're very, very important to your marriage. Again, like I said, a lot of times when we're in a counseling room, one of my first questions is, when's the last time you guys went on a date? And I ask you that question right now. When's the last time you went on a date? And if you can't answer it within 30 seconds where you went the last time, it's been too long. You need to go. There should be no excuse for you not to go on a date at least once, twice a month. Absolutely zero excuse. Because if you need babysitters, like I've told you in the past, call Albert and Belinda Ramos. They would love to take care of your children. Their number is 562. Just kidding. I'm not going to give you their number. But Albert would love to. You can email him at aramos@kacc.com. He would love to babysit for you guys. He is awesome with kids. He loves to do games with kids. You can drop him off. He lives in Norwalk. I can give you the address as well if you want. You just show up, knock the door, leave, and run. But anyway, there's all kidding aside. Seriously, guys and ladies, there is absolutely zero reason why you cannot go on a date with your spouse. If money is an issue, like we'll give you some ideas that won't cost you anything, especially during the summer, other than maybe gas to get there. Maybe even just going on a simple walk in your neighborhood is all you need to do to get started. I was going to give you an idea. For those of you who have not been on a date in a long time, maybe you pull out your old wedding pictures, reminisce a little bit, maybe watch the old wedding VHS video for some of you, or the big old film, whatever you had in your wedding, or your DVD. Maybe you watch that just to kind of get some of that romance going back. Maybe you go back to the first place where you went to your first date. That's always good as well. Skating, it's always inexpensive. Bowling. But the point is, guys, go on dates on a regular basis.
Okay, that's all. Hey,
another idea for a family night for you to go on a date. Friday night at the movies at the church. I mean, this Friday we're playing...
July 11th.
Yes, July 11th. Friday night we're playing Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. The Spanish ministry will be selling food to raise money for their kids to go on some summer day camps and stuff. So come support not only the whole thing, but also our Spanish ministry. We want to show them some love. So hey guys, come out. That's free, other than a meal, and it's going to be inexpensive. I think they're serving hot dogs, chips, and all that good stuff. So hey, you support a ministry and you get to have fun with your kids and have a good time. So hey, that's something for you guys to do too as a family. Again, we hope to see all of you either that night or our upcoming picnic. That is not this coming Saturday, but the following Saturday down at Irvine Regional Park. It'll be awesome, good time to hang out with you guys, and I hope to see all of you at that picnic. If you have any questions about the picnic, go ahead and email my assistant, Valerie Passion, which is vpassion@kacc.com, or you can also email me anytime. All right, guys, we will catch you guys next week. Hope you guys are enjoying these videos. or the wife one, or the husband one. So I'm seeing some good comments from you guys, and good emails. So keep them coming. And again, we will see you guys next time. And remember to make memories with your family and your spouse this summer. We will see you guys.